Alright, everybody, hope you like the new graphics, new sound, all that good stuff. Got a little bit creative there and created some new stuff. So let's see if the chat updates. Looks like it has. So let's start out. We'll take a look outside really quick, see what we got. It's been a beautiful day out. Hope everybody did get out and enjoy it. It was a nice day out. Beautiful out. Let me adjust this just a little bit. It's 60 degrees outside currently at 9 o'clock. So very nice outside. I'm having a little problem getting that show up. There we go. 60 degrees outside. Winds are calm at the moment, but all that's going to change. I also haven't had any rainfall over the last 24 hours, but again, we do expect all that to change. And let's go ahead and get into it and discuss why we expect all that to change, shall we? So let's take a look. The Storm Prediction Center has put out a threat of some severe thunderstorms for Wednesday. Primary threats for that will be damaging winds and some hail. We'll take a look at some of the computer models here showing that system moving on through there. I believe it's actually the wrong system here. Let's back it on up a little bit more. No, I was correct. Sorry about that. Or was I correct? I'm trying to get this thing in order here. Since I redid some stuff, it's a little bit out of order. So that's around, yeah. That's the newest one there. Looking like we'll get some showers and thunderstorms move through. Looks like we'll take a look at the timing, but we definitely have some. They don't look too bad. Some of them could be severe along and west of I-65. But overall, they don't look terrible. I mean, looking at the GFSR next system, looks like it comes in around the 24th time frame. But let's get back to it here. Let's look at the threats. That's the SPC outlook for tomorrow. Showing a threat of some damaging winds along and mainly along and west of I-65, but it does slightly extend to the east of I-65. Just realized we had some new models come out regarding the high resolution stuff, so I do have that up already. That's where I got confused. We'll also be taking a look at a trough, of course, coming in this Wednesday. This will be our severe threat this Wednesday that's coming through. Again, damaging winds, hail, primary threats with that trough, and it is going to get cold behind it. Believe it or not, it's going to go down below freezing, as we get on into Friday. And yeah, there could be some flurries up in further northern portions of Alabama. I know a lot of people's like, what? It was 70 degrees today. What are you talking about, flurries? I know it. I guess it's blackberry winter, as they like to call it. Anyway, there is a wind advisory in effect. Starts at 10 a.m. through 10 p.m. Wednesday. Winds 20 to 30 miles per hour with some gusts up to 45 miles per hour. It's mainly higher elevations, but definitely a possibility of that. So let's take a look at the high resolution models and see what they're thinking. Looks like they're wanting to bring the thunderstorm line in around 4, maybe 5 o'clock for northwest Alabama. Let's track it on across. It's like I-65 right there. That will be around 8 o'clock. Let's move it forward again, and looks like it gets into northeast Alabama around 9, 10 o'clock. Let's have a look at our timing and see if it agrees with it. And no, I haven't looked at this timeline. So it looks like the National Weather Service is saying storms will develop to our west Wednesday afternoon and shift eastward into the region during the evening. 6 p.m. Wednesday to 1 a.m. Thursday. Low to medium confidence in timing. All of North Alabama and southern Middle Tennessee. Gusty to damaging winds, low confidence. Small hail, low confidence. Timeline 6 to 8 o'clock for northwest Alabama. That's pretty good. 8 p.m. to 11 for areas around Huntsville and Coleman, and clearing northeast Alabama around 10 p.m. to 1 p.m. So that was a pretty good 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. So that's our timing and our next threat. We'll be looking at another system. Now let's look at this one. This one's coming in around the 25th, 26th time frame. We'll be watching that. Looks like Tuesday, kind of Wednesday. We're watching anywhere between there. Next week, another storm system. This one may be a little bit stronger than this one. The models have already got out a slight risk of severe thunderstorms, mainly over Mississippi. Has not been included into Alabama yet. But that one will be one we need to watch. That second system will be. But this first one could be some hail, could be some gusty to damaging winds. Won't rule all that out. But overall, it shouldn't be, too bad. We'll be watching it, but it shouldn't be too bad at all. This next system is the one that's kind of bringing some concerns. So just want to let everybody know that. And again, that'll be next week's system. Let's take a look, though. We got some surprises for everybody. So let's go ahead and share those. I don't know if anyone got out and looked at that sunset, but it reminded me so much of the Northern Lights. You know, the way it stretched across the sky like that. It really reminded me of the Northern Lights. But I've got to say that's probably the prettiest sunset I have ever seen. And here's some more photos. Of course, this was taken by my drone, and I wish I would have saved the battery power on it because I had no idea that that was coming next, like maybe 30 minutes after this one was taken. Still a beautiful shot, though, by the aircraft. I mean, it was really, really beautiful shot. And we have one final shot. Of course, I took that one with my cell phone as the sun was going down just a little bit more. It just got even beautifuler, and this is actual colors. That's what makes it even prettier. It's actual colors. If anyone's seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It was beautiful out there. So thanks for joining us, everybody. We're going to get ready to wrap it up, as that'll be with our sponsor, Mr. Dylan Snyder at Alabama Living Real Estate. For all your real estate needs, you can give him a call at 256-979-4330. You can also check him out on Facebook. Also, RKG Automotive Group. For more information, you can call them at 256-572-6586. If you got any questions about that, you can let me know. I'll be glad to get more information for you, or you can just check them out on Facebook. They've also got a Facebook. So let's get ready to wrap it up here. I do thank everybody. We'll look at some comments and get ready to wrap things up here. So we'll start off. Let's look at the top here. And looks like Mrs. Heather, hello. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Jamie, it could snow, actually. You know what? I was going to end it, but I'm going to back it up. Oh, yeah, I know. Like I said, we could have some slight, there's a possibility of some of that. But actually what I wanted to do, it was not this. So let me close that out. Back it up, and I know everybody's like, well, are we going to have snow or not? So I'm just going to go ahead and look at it, let you guys look along with me. You know, this is something that I actually forgot to do was look at the graphic there that would show if we're going to have snow or not. So let's go ahead and do that. So this is our high-resolution model, so let's go back a little bit. That's actually not the one I wanted. Let's see. It could be, nope, the models are just now up. No, just now updating. Let's go for the GFS. It'll do good enough. Okay, so let's bring it forward here. So it does show a line moving across. I did not notice any snow in our area with it, thankfully, as it passes on through. Well, nope, I changed my mind on that. Never mind. GFS is thinking that there could be some mixed precip snow, mainly North Alabama, with some chances for some rain as well. Looking like that's on into the, let me look at that timeline again. That's around, looks like it's saying 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. on Thursday. This is some of the craziest weather I've ever seen. But if you're in far northwest Alabama, there's a potential of maybe some snow. That's what the blue is. And there's also a chance in the far northern areas of Alabama as well, northeast Alabama, like far areas of Jackson County, northern Jackson County. That's what I'm trying to get at. Far northern Jackson County, pretty much like right along the Tennessee-Alabama line there. That's kind of where they want to stay at. As you notice on the map here, that's where they want to hang out at. But even elsewhere, this area here is some light stuff that you see, not the blue, but the kind of grayish black. That's actually some potential flurries, and of course the green being rain. So, I mean, there is some flurry potential there. That looks like that's mainly what we would get, would be some flurries, but it is going to get cold. Those temperatures are really going to drop, and I'll show you just how much they're going to drop out. So let's see here. 2-meter temperature. Let's back it up here. See just how much of a, look at that. That gives you an idea of what we got coming. That's a very, very strong cold front. So it looks like we originally get down almost 30s. Then we really start to bottom out by Friday. I mean, those temperatures really, really dive down. around freezing, and then we do start to warm up again toward the weekend. I know it's crazy. Around Saturday, we do start to finally warm back up again with temperatures. We get back in the 60s, upper 60s, 70s to the south. I know this weather's insane. Cold one day, hot the next. We'll look a little bit further out Sunday. Looks like we get up to 70 degrees. Look at that on Sunday. That is so crazy. 70 degrees by Sunday. Let's move it to Monday when we start to get another system in here, and that's what I was just talking about. Look at that. Another strong front comes in here around Tuesday and Wednesday. That'll be our next system that we're keeping an eye on. And look at that. Temperatures drop back in the 30s again with it. And there comes the warm weather trying to come back again. So it's kind of up and down right now. Absolutely crazy. Let's take a look at some of the metergrams here for Albertville Regional Airport. Of course, they have not all the way updated. Looks like it's wanting to say Wednesday we at Albertville Regional Airport gets up to 72 degrees. Thursday 69, and then it drops down real cold by Friday. High of only 58, low of 32. Saturday warm back up, high 64, low 42, and then by Sunday 70s, back up in the 70s again, low 43. Then Monday high 64, low 55. So crazy. That's all you can say. Weather is absolutely insane around here. I wouldn't say it's due to the polar vortex collapsing. I mean, could it have a little bit of something to do with it? I mean, the reason that we're getting those kind of cold shots this far south, I mean, anytime that's, that northern part there with the polar vortex, it weakens, it sends some of that stuff south. But it's really kind of normal for this time of year. I can't really say because it is normal, for this time of year. We usually do get a few cold spells in here. Like I even remember, my parents remember it snowing in April. So, it's kind of crazy, but it has happened before in the past. So, it's just kind of one of those odd things. And yeah, unfortunately, I did say flurries. I'll say snow flurries, not actual snow, but we could get some flurries up here. Yeah, I think everything's kind of switching these days, It's kind of spooky, to be honest with you. We're definitely seeing some stuff in the Bible there nobody's ever seen before. I mean, it's pretty cool, but it's kind of spooky at the same time. But it is really interesting. And I'll say, out of all the sunset photos I've ever took photos of, that one today was the prettiest I've ever seen. I have never seen a sunset like that. So it was just beautiful. I mean, absolutely. But you guys have a good night. I'll stop rambling on. I know a lot of y'all got to get up for work tomorrow and everything, so I won't hold it too long. Thank y'all for joining me here. It's 9:12 on your Tuesday. And stay weather aware tomorrow. We'll definitely be keeping an eye on things. It looks like the snow and stuff, looks like it, of course, comes in on Friday. Timing, of course, with that, it's impossible to forecast the timing on it. I can just give you a general idea. I'm going to say late Thursday night into Friday as that front moves on through. And the blizzard of 93 was in late March. That's exactly right. So, absolutely. Well, have a good night, everybody. God bless. We'll see you in the next update.